It's like being on a boat headed to rocks. And on the boat, everybody agrees you have to turn. And they can't agree whether you turn left or you turn right, and they're going to go right into the rocks.
That isn't a scene from a disaster movie. That's a warning about the United States economy from Ray Dalio, one of the most successful investors in history. But what if that boat is your boat? What if your job, your savings, and your family's future are all on board, heading straight for those rocks? In this video, we are not just going to listen to Ray Dalio's warning, we are going to dissect it. We will show you the undeniable numbers behind this crisis, how we got to this tipping point, and reveal the one solution Dalio says can still turn the ship around. By the time you finish watching, your understanding of our economy and your place in it will be changed forever.
Credit system is like the circulatory system, and that it brings buying power throughout the economy, and by creating credit, you create buying power, and that creates debt. But if that debt produces income, then that's a healthy system. If it doesn't, it produces interest rates and debt service that build up and crowd out spending.
Imagine the U.S. economy as a living body. For it to be healthy, money needs to circulate freely, powering everything from small businesses to large industries. But Dalio is saying, we've developed a dangerous condition. For years, we've been spending far more than we make. Every year, we're short about $2 trillion. And every year, that shortfall gets added to our national credit card. That credit card is now maxed out at an almost incomprehensible $36 trillion. And this is where the crowding out begins. That plaque is the interest we have to pay on the debt. It's now a staggering $1 trillion per year. Think about that. We are now spending more just on interest than on our entire defense budget. That's $1 trillion that can't be used to build schools, fund cancer research, or lower your taxes, because it's being burned just to service the debts of the past. The heartbeat of the economy is getting weaker. So, how did this happen? Was it one party's fault? One president's mistake? The truth is more shocking, and it proves this isn't a political problem. It's a math problem. And the numbers don't lie.
Both parties over the past 25 years have been extraordinarily reckless. We're now talking about adding another $20 trillion in the next decade.
The host is right. This isn't a story about donkeys versus elephants. It's a story of shared failure. Let's travel back in time. In the late 1990s, believe it or not, America had a balanced budget. We actually had a surplus. Political leaders from both parties made tough choices, the economy was strong, and for a moment, the future looked financially stable. Then, everything changed. The response to 9/11 led to massive military spending, followed by major tax cuts that reduced government income. The surplus vanished. The 2008 financial crisis poured gasoline on the fire. Hundreds of billions were spent on bailouts and stimulus to save the economy. The debt exploded under both President Bush and President Obama. Then came the largest tax cuts in decades under the Trump administration, followed by trillions in emergency spending for the COVID-19 pandemic under both Trump and Biden. Look at this. Over $6 trillion added here, over $8 trillion here, nearly $8 trillion here, and over $5 trillion here. This isn't about blame. It's about a consistent, bipartisan pattern of choosing the easy path today while sending the bill to the future. And that bill is finally coming due.
And you could also see that we are at the point in that cycle that the adding that debt from just this next year and the next 2 years will put us over the edge, could put us over the edge, very close to that, because you're now having the need to create debt in order to pay the debt. And so when you see these debt cycles, there are something like 50 of them looked at in this book. When you get that the debt is having to pay the debt, then what happens? You have the government come in and the central bank, and you have printing money.
This is the most critical part of the warning, the debt spiral. It's the point where a country is so deep in debt, it has to borrow new money just to pay the interest on its old money. Once you step onto this treadmill, it's almost impossible to get off. The people who lend us money, the bondholders, start to get nervous. They question if they'll be paid back with money that's actually worth anything. So they demand higher and higher interest rates, which makes the debt grow even faster, which makes them even more nervous. Now, to be fair, there is a school of thought called modern monetary theory that says this is all overblown. They argue that because the US prints its own dollars, it can never truly go broke like a family or another country. The only real danger, they say, isn't debt, it's inflation. But can we really just print our way to prosperity? History gives us a chilling answer. The Roman Empire fell in part because it repeatedly devalued its currency to pay for its massive army, leading to runaway inflation. The Spanish Empire, despite owning the riches of the New World, declared bankruptcy multiple times because of endless wars and debt. History teaches us there is no magic money tree. So, which is it? A manageable problem or a historical pattern we are doomed to repeat? For a moment, let's stop talking about America and look at what this actually feels like for the people on the ground. Let's look at Greece in the 2010s. When their debt crisis hit, their lenders forced them into austerity. That's a clinical word for a brutal reality. Pensions were slashed, unemployment soared to 25%, and nearly a third of the population fell below the poverty line. Hospitals ran out of supplies. This is the human cost when the numbers on a spreadsheet become your life. And while the US is not Greece, the effects are already creeping into your life. That $36 trillion debt means the government is competing with you for loans. That drives up interest rates on your mortgage, your car loan, your credit cards. A 1% rise in interest rates can add hundreds of dollars to a typical family's monthly mortgage payment. This is the crowding out Dalio warned about, happening right at your kitchen table. I know, hearing all this can feel overwhelming, even frightening. It feels too big, too complex. But our expert says the solution isn't complex at all. The real problem isn't the math, it's the politics.
When I go to Washington and I speak to people on both sides, everybody agrees with what I'm saying. I mean, meaning that you have to get it to 3% of GDP and so on. But it's political because it's like being on a boat headed to rocks. And on the boat, everybody agrees you have to turn. And they can't agree whether you turn left or you turn right, and they're going to go right into the rocks.
This is the heart of the entire crisis. The solution is known. It's been done before. In the 1990s, a Democratic president and a Republican Congress came together and balanced the budget. They proved it was possible. So how do we turn the wheel today? Dalio proposes what he calls the 3% solution. It's not about devastating austerity like in Greece. It's about balance. Here's the plan to steer the ship away from the rocks. 1. A modest cut in spending. Dalio's numbers show that a cut of around 4% in government spending is a key first step. This isn't about gutting essential services, but about trimming excesses across the board. 2. A modest increase in revenue. At the same time, we need a roughly 4% increase in tax revenue. This means closing loopholes and ensuring everyone pays their fair share without crippling the economy. 3. Stabilize the deficit. Together, these two steps would slash the annual deficit down to a manageable 3% of our total economy, GDP. This stops the plaque from building up, which would naturally allow interest rates to fall, breaking the debt spiral. This isn't a fantasy. It's a pragmatic, balanced plan that asks for small sacrifices from everyone to avoid a catastrophe for everyone. At the beginning of this video, Ray Dalio told us we were on a ship heading for the rocks. We've seen the numbers, we've walked through the history, and we've felt the human cost. But we've also been shown the wheel. We know how to turn. The question is no longer what to do, but whether we have the collective will to do it. The choice isn't between left and right. It's between a shared manageable sacrifice now or a guaranteed devastating crash for everyone later. The fall of empires like Rome, driven by financial decay, is a powerful lesson from history. If you found that parallel fascinating, you won't want to miss our next journey, where we break down the 3 biggest financial bubbles in history and how they burst. It should be on your screen now. Thank you for watching. Now, let's demand our leaders start turning the wheel.